Jake. So now we're stepping to the plate.
We are.
Kind of a similar part of the tip, and let's be honest, if you're teaching proper athletic motion, things bleed into other things all the time. But we're talking now about your back pivot post and maintaining the integrity of the back leg so you can move forward. And way back in 2007, I used a baseball batter standing there, and I really like the idea of a baseball batter because it's so natural looking. He's just kind of standing, waiting. A baseball batter doesn't try to wind up like crazy, so it's a nice comparison for people who overwind or overshift and do too much in their backswings, right?
Yeah, absolutely it is. I mean, it's a very simple parallel about coiling your body in an effort to, in baseball's case, step to the pitcher and hit the ball as hard as you can.
Yeah, so let's get up there, man. Look at that pitcher. I know you don't play baseball, but the concept is there. And we're really going to focus in this tip on the back pivot post and that angle right there. Go back to the start, Jake, whatever you would call the start, the middle, and then swing back, and you'll see that that angle doesn't change, right? So what you're actually doing in baseball is you're kind of digging that back foot in a little bit.
Yeah, I feel a lot of weight or pressure on the inside of this foot.
Yeah, and you'd never see a baseball batter give me an over rotation or a sway. I mean, you would never see a baseball batter moving to the outside of their leg or over rotating their hips, because then you can't even see the pitcher. So it's a very natural position, right? We stand there, Jake, we just look at that batter and hold that bat, and we stay loose. And we're almost rehearsing that forward move a little bit, right? Where in baseball, we actually step.
Yeah.
What do we do in golf?
Well, in golf, we call it posting up. But another term for it is you bump your hip forward, which really simulates that step. It's just much less movement because we have to hit the golf ball accurately. And then we rotate through the golf ball from there. So it's a very similar motion between the two sports, just much less dramatic in golf.
Yeah, we do learn, I guess, those two things from it. The first is that pivot post, stays the same. We rotate and we keep that angle so we can then step. In baseball, we're going to step and clear. And in golf, we're going to bump and turn. But they're very similar motion. I guess for clearing in golf as well, they're very similar motion. It doesn't really matter the sport you're playing either. Whether you're kicking a ball, right, you would step and then rotate the hip and then extend the leg. It's
Absolutely.
the same concept. But the thing that's really important for people to understand from that baseball comparison is that that back leg is pretty stable. Well, it's very stable. It's flexed, the weight's on the inside of it, and there's no effort to kind of straighten it or turn it or shift it over, right? That's a mistake most golfers do make, or high handicappers make at least.
Yeah, I mean, look, we talked about it in the winding tip, right? How you want your hips to turn and you want that energy to load. But if you do that properly, everybody, that angle should never change because my knee is turning. It's not shifting out away, or I'm not pivoting my hips onto my lead leg, right?
Yeah.
I'm turning everything into that back leg, so this post stays strong.
And less movement than you think. Less movement than you think.
Yeah, in most cases. And that gives me the structure to then shift the weight in my feet and then rotate through, which will maximize my power.
Yeah, there it is, everybody. I don't even mind when I have a new player, someone who moves too much in their backswings. I'll have them just hold their golf club like a baseball bat and kind of step and turn a few times. And I've never seen a golfer, when I ask them to do this, do anything crazy back here, right? It's the simplicity of this setup to then move and rotate and make room for the golf club in the arms. It's the same in golf as it is in baseball. You think you could hit a baseball? If it was being thrown at you at 90 miles an hour?
I'm sure you give me a few tries, I'll figure it out, I guess.
I'm not sure. I can hit a golf ball, but anyway, we'll practice our baseball later. That's your tip, everybody. Keep that back pivot post intact.